Good evening and welcome to our first ever virtual meeting. In lieu of a meeting you in person tonight, which we would love to do, we thought in an abundance of caution that we would try this. Not really technically savvy, but here we go. I'd like to tell you who's here tonight. I'm Cheryl Babcock, I'm your president.
Christina Brandt, vice president.
Linda Woodhouse, membership chair and trustee.
And Lisa Sarno, videographer and secretary and program director.
So tonight we're going to give you some updates on things that are coming up, some of our future meetings, the tentative date for the picnic, the road trip in lieu of a bus trip to the Redlands, our show, membership. We have a plant table for you that we're going to see after a while, and then we get to take a virtual tour of Linda's lovely Orchid Paradise.
Yay!
So, your board has continued to meet throughout. We've been holding Zoom meetings, which have been interesting to say the least, entertaining. None of us are tech savvy, but we have had the opportunity to see each other's homes and families, gardens, and pets, most importantly.
Absolutely. It's been a lot of fun. You know, it's been interesting learning how to navigate the Zoom and to say the least.
Yes, to say the least. It's been fun.
It's fun when 12 people try to talk at once and they don't know their manners, they don't raise their hand and wait to be called upon. So, Lisa, could you provide us with an overview of the July meeting and the speaker you have lined up and what's going to happen?
Absolutely. I'm going to turn the camera right here, and I'm just going to stand over here. Again, I'm Lisa, and I've been working on programs for our monthly meetings and speakers. Sadly, we had to cancel because of everything going on, but we do have Bill Toms lined up in July. So for our July meeting, and he is excited and looking forward to speaking. The topic he's going to be speaking about is bulbophyllum culture. And in his own words, it's the Waffle House program of general orchid culture, with the emphasis on bulbophyllums, the largest genus in the orchid family. He's going to be presenting a live demonstration of how to grow tips, and he also has PowerPoint programs, and he's going to be covering many aspects of growing the bulbos and many shots of the native species, hybrids, as well as growing tips. And it's one of his most humorous and fun presentations. So we have him lined up for July. So that's going to be a virtual meeting, and Cheryl and the board will be following up with how we're going to be presenting that. We have several speakers that are going to be offering short little snippets regarding their topics, and we'll be providing that to you via email. So make sure that we do have your current email address and everything. We have Jim Roberts lined up for July, and he's from Florida Suncoast. August, I'm sorry, thank you, Cheryl. See, we're all still learning. So he's from Florida Suncoast Orchids. We're not sure whether the August meeting is going to be live, obviously following CDC standards, and we will do it either live or Zoom or a combination of both. And we'll get to that a little bit later in this little meeting right now, but we will be looking towards doing both. And we will be asked for your input on everything. So we just want you as members to be rest assured we're contacting all of the speakers. We are planning to go forward full steam ahead, and we do want to keep everybody on top of things as far as our vendors, our speakers, and we want to keep you informed and just continue with our meetings as follows. So we don't know beyond August. We're just kind of playing that by ear in light of everything that's going on. And again, like Cheryl said, we appreciate your patience and just cooperation, and just keep us posted on everything. And so now I think Christina, I'm gonna turn it over to Christina for picnic information.
Hey everybody, hope you're doing well and your families. So for our picnic, we have come to the date of September 20th. At Tradewinds Park, and we're hoping that that will actually be able to take place. So we are planning that actively, and we'll update you through emails and probably email blasts as well as on the website if the picnic is going to continue, and then we can do sign-up sheets. We'll also have protocols set up, what everybody needs to do, what we're going to be following, guidelines. So right now it's set for Sunday, September 20th at Tradewinds Park at the Clydesdale Pavilion like we had last year. We also have great orchids. We have practically an orchid for every person and lots of orchid prizes. And again, of course, our wonderful orchid bingo that we do every year. Yeah! And this time we'll have a lot more bingo cards for everybody because I know we were a little short last year. That was my fault. So we're going to go ahead and we'll get more information to you as the months come closer to September 20th. We also are going to put together an email for our t-shirt and embroidered shirt sales. I know everybody was looking forward to that and placing an order for one of the recent meetings that never took place. So we'll send out an email about sizes, pricing, and then either you can give us your credit card number, email it to us, or if you want to mail a check, you can mail a check to myself or to our P.O. box, and we'll go ahead and get all that information emailed to you. So by September, maybe we can already have a lot of our t-shirts that we could deliver to you at the picnic or prior to that, so you could wear it to the picnic. We also have a couple other interesting items. We're looking into the show coming for November. Not sure if it's going to be possible to hold it at Safe Schools, if they're going to be open and functioning based on the state guidelines and CDC. So we're looking into other options for the upcoming show as well. But we'll talk about that later on, and then maybe next month we'll have a little bit better update for our upcoming show. So I think Cheryl is going to go ahead and talk to you about our bus trip and the alternate road trip that we are planning.
Yeah, we thought you might not like to crowd 35 or 40 people on a bus, so we're looking at some alternatives. So we decided that sort of similar to the home ramble, maybe we would carpool down to the Redlands. We have the date of October 3rd set up, and we've already contacted our vendors, so we are welcome at Quest, at RF, Soroa, who I talked to Jose earlier this week, and he would love to have us come there for lunch. And if you were there for lunch a couple of years ago, it was absolutely marvelous. And the tiramisu, wonderful. It was wonderful.
And the whole Cuban lunch was amazing.
Yes, it was a great lunch, and he has a beautiful venue. Also, Banjongs, a lot of you like to stop there for the Vandas. I've also found a foul place right next door that's pretty spectacular that we might swing into. And then Nature's Relics have graciously invited us to come to their place, and we'll have a reception there. So we're going to be getting some information out to you. Obviously, the price wouldn't be the same as it was when we had to pay for a bus, so we have to determine what it would be for a van. Yes, we will take a van so that we can bring home those dozens and dozens of orchids that we all want to. We have been starving to get more orchids, so we'll make that possible so you can get them all home. We'll have some way that can identify all of your orchids for you and to cover the cost of the lunch. But all of that is kind of ready to go. So more later. And now Linda's going to talk to you a little bit about membership.
Right. Currently, we have just over 100 paid members. If you don't know if you have renewed, give me a call and I can let you know that. We are, let's see, what else are we going to do? Let you know that the membership is quite inexpensive. It's $20 for a single membership, $30 for a family membership. And if you do come to the Christmas party, you receive an orchid worth more than your membership dues. So that's really a good thing. We hope that you will renew. You can do that by credit card by calling me. You can send a check to our post office box. You can send to my home, to Cheryl's home, whatever is easiest for you. And we will be accepting renewals throughout the year. We know this has been a very difficult time for everybody, so that's about it.
Yeah, and just to reiterate, we're going to put a sheet up at the end of the meeting to show you how you can contact us. If you want to renew, remember $20 for renewal for a single, $25 for a couple. If new members want to join, you know somebody that would like to join, we have that information. Just contact the Deerfield Orchids at gmail.com, and you can go on the website and find out all that information. And then Lisa will forward that information to Linda or to me, and we'll make sure that that's all taken care of. I think now we're ready to go out and look at some orchids on our, I think we're gonna go to our member table first, and then we're gonna have a virtual tour of Linda's orchids.
Awesome. Thank you, Linda, too, for hosting here.
Sure.
So
Can we go out?
It gives you
let's
great
go
ideas.
out.
So I know we don't have Rick Bellis with us or Joan Connors, but we definitely have Cheryl Babcock, who is extremely well versed on all the different species and very capable of critiquing and giving us pointers and awarding the awards that we would normally do at our general meetings. So we're going to go ahead and let Cheryl take a look and explain a little bit about the orchids that are on display on the members table, and go ahead and award some ribbons and prizes, or awards
Well,
to
I'm
her.
not gonna award any ribbons and prizes because I don't have those, and I'm not that smart to know how to do it and what's good and what's not good. I just like them. If they're pretty, I like them, and because I teach at Nova Southeastern University, I'm gonna give them letter grades like A, B,
Oh, I
C,
like it.
D, or F. But I do not see any Fs. Do any of you see an
No.
F on this table?
No.
So we're going to start out with this one. This happens to be one of mine, and the reason I brought it was because I thought it was such a cute little thing. It is Andrean Trader's Paradise. I just brought it because I wanted to show you the mount. I know some of you struggle to mount. This little Dickens fell out of this mount I don't know how many times, and I somehow got it wired in there, and look at all the roots that are coming through all that wood, some nature's relic wood. This is a plant that I got from Jim Roberts, who's going to be our
Oh,
speaker
nice.
in August, and I got that at our show last year. This one is one of, is this one that we got on the bus trip?
No, that's the Christmas.
Oh, from the Christmas.
Yes,
So
from the
this is, so this gives you an idea. This is NC Viola J-Rack Canary, and this is one that we gave as Christmas gifts at the holiday party this year.
So you get beautiful prizes and orchids when you come to the Christmas party. And I just wanted to show that it actually blooms, and it has survived and is doing well.
So this one, back to this one, amazing that it stayed in the mount. This one, absolutely beautiful. From
Did
our,
good.
from our
From
holiday
our-
party,
from our
yeah.
holiday
I
party.
think this is one of Christina's as well. Is
No,
this an-
that's Lisa's.
Oh, Lisa's? Is this Encyclia?
Yes.
You want to tell us about this?
It needs to be repotted desperately. But
Okay.
I didn't have too many in bloom right now, and this was one of the ones in bloom. And I also have a new spike coming out on the back side over there, and it's
Oh, yeah.
just
Astounding.
It looks very
A,
healthy.
astounding.
yes, astounding. Okay.
And you had I think a couple others?
And I have well, I wasn't, most of mine I mount, so I wasn't able to obviously transport them here. But this was also one I have at home. It's a no ID, but it was having some difficulty, and I threw it at the basin of one of my Eureka palms, and it is just thriving. It's tall, healthy, just growing right up that tree, and it's constantly in bloom.
This one, it was amazing once it was blooming. It's getting a little past its prime right now. I got it from Odom's. It's Tony Tan King Yam. It's Bangkok Sunset times Willis, and I just love those dainty little flowers on it. So amazing when it was in full bloom. Kind of past the bloom now, but since Rick and Joan aren't here, they can't give me down. They'd probably give that a red. This is another one. I got this one from Kroll Smith. I got this when we went on the bus trip, and it's a fowl. What is that? Tetropus or something. That it just has so many blooms. This is like the second time it's bloomed out for me, and it just has a lot of. From what they tell me, these are sequential bloomers, so don't cut those off. And then I think our last one here is a dendrobium, and the reason that I brought this was because practically everything else I have in bloom right now is pink or purple, and this was different shades of yellow, and this is called Touch of Gold. It's Johannes times gold. So this is our plant table for today. And now
Awesome.
let's
They all
have
got
a
A's, didn't
tour.
they?
Yeah, they
Did
all
we all
got
get
they
A's?
all got A's. They all got A's.
Thank you, Professor Cheryl.
Yes.
All right.
Now,
So start our tour.
we're going to start your tour.
Okay, well, my yard has been a work in process. So starting over here, Cheryl suggested, because I really didn't have any place for vandas, so Cheryl suggested putting up chain. So this is several different lengths of chain because I kept changing it. But it's worked beautifully, and I have a lot of the vandas that are actually blooming. The little one there with the little tiny flowers is incredible. The yellow one is one that I got from Doug Dix back last year on our ramble. So that's really a very pretty one. And then the bird cage, keep in mind, you know, the robelinis are on each side of the bird cage right now, but I'm gonna share with you what happened to the other trees that were there. And I have some others that are getting ready to bloom. This one here, I was hoping it would bloom, but this is a bright purple and it's huge. It's about this big around, each one of them. So that's gonna be really a pretty one. And this one, I don't remember what it is. So once it blooms, then I'll know what it is. Then over here, this yellow one, and it does have a name, but I can't quite get to it. This has bloomed several times, and I got this from Vince when he was selling his orchids, and I'm thrilled that it has two other spikes on it. I don't know how all of you feel, but when one of my babies blooms, I'm just like a proud mother. I love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So now the lattice, this whole back fence, this is something I just did probably a month ago, and it was I had the orchids hanging back here, but I couldn't see them, so I needed lattice for another area in the yard, and I liked the way it looked, so I got a few and put them up, and it wasn't quite enough, so I went back and got a few more. And that wasn't quite enough. So I went back and got the rest of them that I knew I was going to need. So
Really makes the orchids pop.
it does. It makes them show up. The only ones that it doesn't is the one that I thought was a blue twinkle, but it isn't. So should we go around this way? Or do you
Sure.
wanna go that way? Okay.
These are our t-shirts.
Yeah.
The back of the t-shirts.
Have a vanda over there. That's one I got a couple years ago, and it's the first time it's bloomed, so I'm thrilled.
Beautiful.
It's exciting.
Am I correct?
Yeah. Okay. The fall down here. The bird cage. This here was the tree. There's two trees here, and they were on each side of the bird cage. And it's a jatropha tree, and they have beautiful pink flowers. There's one over there. But the flowers fall off all the time. They're always in the pool, and the leaves fall off all the time. And they were getting in my rocks, and I just was getting tired of it. So I cut them down, and rather than just throwing them away, I was talking to a friend of mine, and Grace has this beautiful, what do you call it? It's cypress wood.
Yeah.
It was gorgeous, and I said, "Oh, I really got to get one of those." But they're $450. And my friend said, "Well, why don't you just take the trees that you took off, that you cut down, and use that?" So that's what we did. We had a guy come over and help us, and we took these and we planted them in cement. So they're very sturdy here. And I've just taken orchids that I had, and I've mounted some, and some that had kikis. I took the kikis and stuck them on the tree, and hopefully by next year it's going to be filled with flowering plants. That's my hope. And one of my favorites is the Red Dragon, this one right here. It blooms so beautifully. I just absolutely love it. And it had a kiki that I cut off not long ago and stuck it up here, and the roots are growing like crazy. So I'm very happy about that. That makes me happy. And that's basically it. I've got some more lattice over there with more plants on. So now I just need more plants. I got a lot of bare space here, so I need more plants.
Don't we all?
Yeah,
Don't we
yes,
all?
we do.
That's why we need to go down to the Redlands and go on our trip.
We do need to go on our
Absolutely,
trip.
absolutely.
So if anybody's interested in possibly driving and doing the road trip, if you would go ahead and send us an email, you can find my email address on the website, and go ahead, send me an email and say that you're interested in possibly being a driver. We'll also be sending out a Survey Monkey to go ahead and find out if that's something that everybody would like to do, and we could set up a schedule and everybody could just meet at one location if we wanted to meet and have a caravan go down with individual drivers. We also talked about giving a little bit of donation towards fuel if you're going to drive. So we'll go ahead and send a Survey Monkey out and get the feedback from everybody. And I think you can find all of our email addresses on the website if anybody wants to reach out to us or has a question.
Yeah, and Lisa, I'm gonna let you talk to them about the YouTube and everything else like that, and then we'll wrap up the meeting.
Awesome. Flip it around.
Other way.
The other way.
The camera's back.
Camera's back here.
So if you
There you
want
go.
to,
Oh, okay.
you want to,
Got it.
We
got it. Hello. We got it.
you can like us on Facebook. Our page is Deerfield Beach Orchid Society. We just are starting to post again on YouTube. So we are Deerfield Orchids on YouTube. So please subscribe to our channel. We're going to be uploading videos, and we're going to be sharing awesome videos from vendors, from some of our speakers. So make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube at Deerfield Orchids. Our Facebook page is Deerfield Beach Orchid Society. Our website is deerfieldbeachorchidsociety.org, and our email address is deerfieldorchids@gmail.com. And so everything is on our website. And for those of you that are members, you do get emails, or you are on our directory, so feel free to email us. And for those of you that are not members, what are you waiting for? Please contact us to become a member. As Linda, in charge of membership, and everybody said, it's worth it just to get the orchid at our Christmas holiday party. So we
And
do
it's
a ton.
one big fun family.
Yeah,
Yes, it
exactly.
is.
We have so many fun events between the road trips, the home rambles, just everything, the monthly meetings, and just everything. So again, this is the information for Deerfield Beach Orchid Society. Our website, deerfieldbeachorchidsociety.org. Facebook is Deerfield Beach Orchid Society. YouTube, join us at Deerfield Orchids, and contact deerfieldorchids@gmail.com. So.
Okay, so to wrap it up tonight, I guess that probably the only thing that we've missed is a raffle. And because we all were gonna fight over who got the raffle plants, and we were gonna stack the deck, we decided not to have a raffle. We'll wait till we have our next in-person meeting to do that. So we hope that you've enjoyed our meeting tonight. We sure have had fun
It's
putting
been
it
a
together.
lot of fun.
And seeing
Awesome,
each other.
awesome.
Notice social distance.
Yes, we're trying.
Social
We're trying.
distance. Really tough. But
Thanks,
thank you,
Linda.
good night, and we hope to see you all soon. Stay safe, your families and everybody you love. Good night.
Bye.
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 Bye. Bye.